Now we have Kaustubh Pawaskar, who looks at this space very closely for some very specific questioning. Kaustubh, afternoon. I want to have just one question with you right now. You must have heard the opening remarks. It's going to be a big bang kind of a rollout, not a small little one which will be incrementally done over a period of time. Pan India and big facilities. My question to you is, Grasim as a company, how much time do you think it could make a meaningful contribution to Grasim's number? Do you think 2 to 3 years it can become 15-20% of profit or top line? By the looks of it, it appears to be a very aggressive launch.
Yeah, so they are planning to have a capacity of around 1,332 million liters by end of FY 2025. And currently, Asian Paints has around 1,750 million liters capacity. Already, Grasim has a strong distribution system, from the in terms of the putty they have. So, from distribution perspective, I don't think there will be any problem in their five the strategy. They already have distribution disruption and all this as a part of their strategy. So obviously by FY 20 by FY 25 FY 26 we should see the this is to be a meaningful addition to the Grasim revenues.
But define meaningful if you can, Kaustubh, for us. What could be the market share that they can garner from here on, and what do you think will be the impact on rest of the companies as well? Do you think this will threaten the market share to begin with itself, or it's going to be a very slow and gradual uptick that we'll see?
See, I don't think it will be, a threat to a market leader immediately, because 59 they already have Asian Paints already has around 59% market share. But obviously, it will be, a risk to the number two, number three players. Most of these players, they already have their capacity expansion plan, and they also have their distribution expansion plan. In the immediate term, in the near term, I believe that it will have impact on the margins, because obviously there will be a pricing competition because of a big, Grasim, a player like Grasim who wants to be a number two player in the paint segment. Secondly, all these players will definitely increase their advertisement, promotional spends. Pricing competition is going to be there. Distribution expansion is going to be there. So obviously, it will have impact on the margins in the near term.
Something which is going to get perhaps impacted, but Kaustubh, is this something which is factored into the price already? It's not coming as a complete shock or surprise, right? We knew it's going to happen. It's been in the works for the last couple of years. Do you think it's reflected well in the stock prices of all of these companies? And what's your own recommendation or pecking order within the sector?
See, if we look into Asian Paints, the stock has not performed for last 1 year or so, and I think it will remain range bound at the current level, because we will get a clear picture in the next 6 to 9 months. How Grasim is doing in the market. I think 20 to 25% of the paint industry is unorganized. So obviously, the immediate threat would be to the unorganized and the smaller players. We expect industry overall to grow by around 10 to 12%. Which is kind of two times kind of a GDP. That is what I expected by the paint players. So how Grasim established themselves in another 6 to 9 months will give us the clear picture in terms of how this how the other players in the industry will play. But I think it is too in terms of valuation or in terms of the stock price. I think Asian Paints would remain range bound at the current level. I think from in the near term there would be pressure on the margins. So I think that will again toll on the valuation of most of the paint companies which are there in the space.
Sideways move might continue on Asian Paints. But Kaustubh, since we have you with us, it'll be remiss if I don't ask you about ITC and the deal which is perhaps brewing with Pratap Snacks. What's your view? How good an acquisition, if at all, can be for ITC? Do you think it's a good fit? What kind of valuations you will be comfortable with if they do look at buying out Pratap Snacks' large stake?
See, we have seen ITC, doing acquisitions in the past as well. They want to be a formidable play in the FMCG space. Pratap Snacks, they already ITC is already into the snacking category, but in the snacking space, the large competition is from the unorganized space, especially in the rural and the tier three towns. These unorganized and the regional brand have a large pie. So ITC, acquiring Pratap Snack, for Pratap Snack, it will be like, they will be leveraging on the distribution footprints of ITC. ITC has a very strong distribution footprint which it can leverage upon to scale up the Pratap Snacks brand. So I think it's a good fit to their existing portfolio. Pratap Snack has around 14 manufacturing facilities overall India, which ITC can leverage upon to expand its snacking portfolio into other markets. So I think in the longer term, from the longer term view, I think it's a good fit to its portfolio.
Okay, a good fit to the portfolio, but let's see how the valuations stack up. Thank you so much, Kaustubh, for joining us.